Hi, I'm Colton Hall, and this is my tutorial project. For the first tutorial, we're going to be picking up these seeds right here. For my farming tutorial, in the top right-hand corner, when you pick up seeds, the count increases, and you're able to plant them in these planters here. You can use the mouse to scroll and change which seed you want to plant. And each plant has a different time delay to go through each phase of its growing process, and once they reach the full growth, you can then... The tutorial I used had counters over each plant. During each phase, it would count down to the next phase. I didn't like the way it looked, so I just got rid of that and used delays instead of a counter to have the plants switch from each phase to the next. Another thing I changed in this is that the original creator had spawners that just spawn seeds continuously for you to be able to pick up and plant, but I didn't like that for sake of trying to be realistic. So when you destroy or harvest the plants, it drops the plant and as well 2 seeds each, so that you can plant more than you planted the first time. The tutorial I used also had another UI similar to the seed counter in the top right that counted how many of each plant you got when you harvested them, but I wanted to mix them with my next tutorial, so I created actor components similar to the next tutorial, which we'll get into. So moving on to the next tutorial, we have our inventory crafting tutorial. So as you can see, the plants that I planted and harvested show up here with a counter that tells you how many you have. That's why I changed it from a counter like the seed counter to a component where I can use in the inventory, so I could use it for crafting and combine the two. But I thought for the seeds, the counter in the top right was a little easier with the scroller to help plant them. But it shows grayed out actors that you can create through recipes from the items that you've collected or grown yourself. And as you can see, these actors can also be placed around the world on the ground. They don't have to be harvested specifically from the planters. Now that we have plenty of items picked up, we can now craft some of these items here. As you click on them, it takes down the items that you have already, if they're used in the recipe for the item. And if you don't have enough of an item to create a new item, it will not allow you to create it. So moving on to the next tutorial, I have a shopkeeper tutorial. As you walk up to the actor, it changes the camera, zooms in, shows you a list of all the index of all the items that the shopkeeper has, and dynamically displays them in the slot UI format. As you spend money, it takes down your money count, and then you can open your own inventory of items that you've bought from the shop that shows the amount of money you have, as well as all the items you have purchased. Another thing that I changed for the inventory is that I changed a lot of the category names, which you can dynamically change and dynamically update based on what you need. This inventory was more designed for a battle type game where you need a bunch of like armor, weapons, stuff like that, but I wanted a more cozy, relaxing type of game. So combining these 3 tutorials and tweaking a couple little things really allowed me to create the sort of game that I would want to create moving forward from college. I think everything came together really well.